So in this video, man, we're going to be talking about some recent information that has came out exposing Gunner as an undercover racist.
What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? We're trying to the CNN Trap News Network. Back at the same, like cook, crack at the same here at 10 and Trap News Network. It's that good news you can use. It's that good knowledge, though. You're not going to get nobody's college, though, big dog. Hit us with a like, with a comment, with a good subscribe. Everything we got going on here at 10 and Trap News Network. It's that news you can use. It's that knowledge you're not going to get nobody's college, big dog. It's the knowledgeington. You're not going to get nobody's collegington, big dog. It's the knowledge-though. You're not going to get nobody's college-though. We're going to jump into this content, man. We might got my man Chill, 16 to life. Big shout out to Chill, OG Chill, 16 to life. Got some things going on for us, man. We finna slide into this content without further ado. Let's get into it. Let's go.
Basically just a charlatan and a huckster. You know, first and foremost, I want to say shout out to all the Hispanic YouTubers and the Mexican YouTubers who are calling him out on this, because actually it was those Mexican YouTubers, Hispanic YouTubers who actually revealed this information and brought this information to the forefront. So Chemo Flicks, Chicano YouTube Mikey, Cali Legend Media, and all these other channels who I may have not seen, right? So basically what they're calling him out on is in a old IG page of his. I guess he was in a conversation with some individual and he's discussing L from A Prisoner's Awakening, and he is currently married to an African American woman.
Don't let me find out. Does was saying F the N hard ER.
A black woman, you know. So in these texts, basically, Gunner disrespects his wife.
Not Gunner, excuse me. I said Doves, excuse me, Gunner.
Now, he also claims in those texts that L had said something disrespectful. But if you have a problem with L, address L. Why bring his wife into it and then disrespect her on the color of race? Pointing out and being disrespectful about her race, to me, it just shows a whole lot about his true character and how he honestly feels about black people. And then I'm gonna show you guys something else that I felt that he, you know, when he said about black people, which was unnecessary, and it just really shows his true character and feelings about black people. Am I upset? Am I hurt? Am I surprised? I guarantee you guys not one bit. You know, I'm just pointing this out because once again,
honestly, it's never surprising when our Mexican counterparts go into the hard ERs. It's an unfortunate truth. It's never really the most shocking thing when Mexican podcasters or YouTubers from the state of California go into the hard racial F black people. Like it's kind of like a thing. It's unfortunate, but it is very true that it's kind of like a thing.
It basically just highlights me of him of when I recently just said that he is of suspect character. So like I said, now what this is a conversation that he had with somebody on his IG where he basically called, well not basically, well he called L's wife a mayate. Now from time to
yep, and there it goes, extra racial
time, I'll have individuals who hit my page and say, well, you know, Chill, mayate is really just a black bug or something like that, a Spanish word for a black bug. Yeah, so
yeah, it's a Spanish word for a black bug, and the word that they don't like, gotta watch my page, leaner, you know what I'm saying, is just somebody who likes to eat beans. Somebody who let back is somebody who just happens to have a wet back.
Okay, but when you use it in the context in referring to a black person, disparaging them and being disrespectful, it is definitely disrespectful. And it's almost equivalent, in my opinion, to the N-word, N-I-G-G-E.
No, it's equivalent. It's the same thing.
All right. Let's just talk about I'm speaking directly to the black people out here, right? Who may not be from California, who may have never heard the term mayate. And from time to time, people will leave that comment in my comment section toward me in an attempt to be disrespectful, right? But back to the black people who have possibly never even heard this term. Say you happen to get into it with a Mexican person or a person who speaks Spanish. You guys are arguing back and forth or whatever, and then they suddenly say, "You effing mayate?" Now, you may not even know what they just called you, but it just automatically doesn't even sound right. So it sounds like it's a disrespectful term, right? But like I say, sometimes you'll have individuals who try to soften the blow and try to make it seem like, well, hey, Chill, no, that's not really what it is. So I'm going to play a clip from Cali Legends Media. Steve, I believe his name is, and he's explaining basically the definition of that word.
That's very disgraceful, calling somebody's wife like that. A mayate is known as a small black bug that flies around. They only come in season. They have like a green hue to them. Okay.
In the black community, we call them June bugs. Y'all know the bugs that come on in the summer that be flying and everything? That's what they calling you. That bug right there.
The Mexicans call them mayates. You know what I mean? When they call them mayates llanta, they're talking about a tire. Why? Because it's black. You know what I'm saying? They're derogatory terms that black people recognize as being disrespect. And that's the way it was said, and that's the way it was intended. There was no other way to take that comment, in the context of his conversation with this man that was interviewing him. Me personally, that's just like too much. You know what I mean? Like, that's this man's wife, man. They have a child together. He loves this lady. I felt that if he can do that, and cross that line so easily, it says a lot about him,
So yeah, you just saw the video right there. I think it's clear cut, like I said once again, that when you are using that term in reference to a black person, it is definitely a disrespectful term. Now, also shout out to Chicano YouTube Mikey, who also goes on to break things down and discuss it. And like I said once again, man, we have to understand and realize that you have a lot of Mexicans and Hispanics calling Gunner on this. So once again, I take my hat off and I salute to those individuals, man, because, I've always said using a term that's blanket disrespectful to a race of people is just something that I deeply disagree with, man. If you have an issue with an individual, why insert race when there's no need for you to insert race unless you feel a certain type of disrespectful way about that whole entire race. So let me show you guys basically what Chicano YouTube Mikey had to say in reference to that whole situation.
My reaction over to the leaked text messages over from the runner. Well, if you didn't know, just the other day, which I want to say it was just yesterday, right? Some of the channels went live last night. And they were talking about it because these messages got put out. They're very sickening. They're disgusting. They're distasteful. And it actually goes to show a person's absolute true colors and their true character. When something like this gets revealed about a person, there is no downplaying it. There is no, well, I was in the heat of the moment. Well, I felt this kind of way. Well, I felt that kind of way. And that's a reason.
Yeah, no, if you felt that way, you felt that way. That's what you thinking, and that's your mentality.
That you brought out the racista inside of you. No, the racist inside of you was always there. So here we go. So this recently came to light with some text messages. Again, these are some distasteful, disgraceful text messages that show character, and you really can't come back from. I'm going to go ahead and play it. But again, I'll leave the audio off. The audio on, it has a song in the background, again, might be copyrighted, but all he's doing is spilling lies, bro. So here's one text message. Again, it was revealed, and it says, this is coming from 730 Shooter. Okay, 730, he used to call himself. Again, so 730 Shooter, I actually remember that on the contract with Tony, stories written by Current Prisoner, and him, the one he burned me on, he signed it like that too, as well. He put his name, right? Leonard something, and then he put 730 Shooter. It was just, I thought that was funny, right? But he's interacting with someone and he's saying, gracias, brother. I highly appreciate you. And then the other person that he's dialoguing with, and I mean, I could guess who it is, but I don't want to. The other person is saying, no problem, bro. But you shouldn't have said that about Ele y su esposa, especially with no proof. Huh. This seems like a pattern. Will this guy put things out on the internet with no proof? I wonder if he would or not. we already know that he will. He'll put anything out on the internet for $1. Let's keep it going. That vato and that, hell no, we ain't gonna say that word. We don't say that word. Bro.
Sheesh. The racistas, the racitos, the racitos. It always goes racial. Every time.
He disrespected my jefito. That's passed. I have no sympathy for them. Well, do you have proof of him doing that? You know trolls make stuff up as well, the other person is saying. You know they have done that to you before. If that is what happened, I don't know. So he's claiming disrespect. So he's being disrespectful. But one thing is being disrespectful, right? Which you can disrespect a person and not show an inkling of a negative character that's going to put a jacket on you that can never.
Yeah, you can easily disrespect somebody without being a racist. That's like, you don't have to be racist to be disrespectful.
Come off of you. This jacket now that he has, which is a new jacket, right? The racista jacket is a jacket he's never going to be able to shake. Because I'm certain even he knows you can disrespect a person, but you ain't got to start calling out on skin color. Once you do that, the true you comes out. So it says, I don't need it, bro. That triple OG cat hit me up saying he's going to go hard on L. Do what you do, bro. I don't judge. But I'm just saying, that's messed up if you cause them to divorce. I can care less what him and that other person does. No disrespect.
God damn, heavy with the racism.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
In his words, he has an issue with people of color. In his words, he has an issue with people that are African Americans. Those are his words.
And also, of course, I'll put the screenshot up on the screen where the conversation is going back and forth between Gunner and whoever this other individual that he's talking to when he uses this disrespectful term. Now, you have a lot of individuals, or you have, 2 or 3 people coming forward and confirming that, yes, this is the IG that Gunner used to use. This is the IG that me and Gunner had communications and conversations on. So to me, it's just like, it's just a cold situation. But like I said, I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised. I'm not hurt, because Gunner, when it is beneficial or when it's convenient, he has no problem trying to or exposing people, when it's convenient. Then later on, when it's not convenient, he'll then...
Yeah, Gunner be all over the place with it, you know what I'm saying? And now Gunner is getting the result of the bed that he made.
Turn around and act like he's so holier than thou, and now suddenly he's matured and he's so against, trying to expose people, calling people rats and all this type of stuff, where, to be honest, if we just gonna keep it 100%, all these things that he's done and said and called people in the past fits in the same boat that he fits in. So to me, like I said, once again, it is just crazy that how you can try to disrespect the individual along the lines of things that you have also done yourself, whether it's, being on an SNY yard, being on a 50-50 yard, being a rat.
Dang, Gunner, you a snitch, you a dropout, and you a racist? Golly, that's a lot going on.
Trying to expose people. Well, if anybody out there has seen a few of Gunner's lives or whatever, Gunner at times will do the most he can to be disrespectful. He'll drag people's wives into it. I'll show you guys a clip later on where L from a Prisoner's Awakening said that he even called his kids the N-word. Things that should be off limits, wives and kids. We'll see Gunner try to hit way below the belt and bring those things into play when he's trying to hurt people. He has said a lot of negative things about a lot of people in the past, right? And so that's why I say that these things, it doesn't surprise me when it comes out that these are things that he has done. And once again, shout out to Chicano Mikey, because when addressing this situation, he didn't even feel comfortable in using the word. So once again, that just adds more credence to my point that it definitely is a disrespectful word. And I think that anybody who's seen videos based in California from time to time, or videos when you're talking about you having beefs between Hispanics and blacks, that word is used sometimes by Hispanics to disrespect blacks. Not gonna sit here for 1 second and act like blacks don't say things that are disrespectful towards Mexicans, because they do. Only thing I'm trying to point out in this particular video is that particular word, when used in reference to a black person, is intended to be disrespectful. Now, of course, last but not least, let me show you a video that L made on his channel called A Prisoner's Awakening. And due to the fact that L's wife is the topic of the disrespect, I don't want to get too far into that video. But if you want to go see the video, go to his channel and check him out on A Prisoner's Awakening. But L is just going to confirm a little bit that, yes, he had some communications on that channel with Gunner, and that, you know, Gunner has went on to say numerous disrespectful things about L's wife and L's kids.
The gunner, the runner, the coward, the racist is at it again. So for anybody out there, 730 shooter was Gunner's his old IG account. And obviously that's what he exposed. His account, him talking about basically saying that he didn't care about what this M word, you know, the racist word, speaking about my wife, when the dude was like, hey, you shouldn't cause him to get a divorce type stuff. And juxtaposed to that, next to it, was a audio clip of him saying all kinds of nonsense. People think that we're hating on him. We're not hating on him, bro. Like, this is despicable behavior. Like, he called my kids the N-word, all that, bro. I'm telling you, bro, like, this dude exposed my address, everything, bro. Like, this who was shady.
Now, last but not least, of course, is something that I wanted to point out a while ago. Truth be told, I meant to do a reaction to this video and that specific comment, but I kind of never got around to it. Some things came up and I just kind of let it go also, because I didn't want to be involved in a whole lot of back and forth beef. But now, since this has came up again, it gives me an opportunity and a chance to point this out and highlight this. Now, ironically, what I'm going to show you guys is a clip from the night when Dubs and Gunner were on live. They were drinking, and also Gunner was right there being Dubs' cheerleader, for lack of a better word right now. Basically, though, what he goes on to say, I believe he's referring to the situation that occurred between Blue Devil and Wack, when he feels that Blue Devil bowed down to Wack. And so if that's the way you feel, just say that, right? Don't make it an issue about blacks or whatever. So he goes on to say, hey, man, you know, and Blue Devil, you are a black bow downer. Basically, like I said, saying that he bowed down to a black person. So why not just say, hey, man, you bowed down to Wack, or you bowed down to another man, you're scary, or however it is that he feels. But when he points out specifically, you bow down to
A black bow downer is crazy.
a black person, me personally, what I'm hearing is that black people are less than and something that you should not be bowing down to. Because we all know, man, there's a whole bunch of tough black dudes. There's a whole bunch of tough Mexican dudes. There's a whole bunch of tough white dudes. There's a whole bunch of tough Asian dudes. And so my point of highlighting all that is to say, once again, why did you say that you are a black bow downer? So you must obviously feel that black people are beneath you and people that you definitely should not bow down to. You can be scared of anybody, but don't be scared of a black person. So anyway, let me show you guys the clip where Gunner utters those words.
He's part of the government. You're a rata and a black bow downer. Stop. He's part of the government. You're a rata and a black bow downer. Stop.
And so now, in my opinion, with the revelation
Yeah, that's extra racist. That's for sure extra racist.
of these basically despicable, disgusting words that Gunner said in reference to black people, it's clear that this dude is, like I said, the individual who I thought he was. He's a person of shady character, and he will definitely get deeply disrespectful when he feels it's okay. You know, to me, it's almost laughable that every time I've seen him on a live, you have black music playing in the background. But then when you're behind the scenes and you're texting Mr. Tough Fingers, you will say things that are derogatory and disrespectful toward black people. So, and real quick, it's ironic, right? Because in that particular text, he says, no disrespect, I don't care about you and that mayate, or something along those lines. But to me, he almost used the exact terminology and phrase that I used in my comment when I said, hey, no disrespect, Gunner, but I feel you're suspect. And so in my opinion, it's crazy that he got upset and angry at me for basically saying, no disrespect, I think you're suspect. But then now it comes out that he uses basically the same term, but he uses a word that is definitely disrespectful to not only L's wife, but to black people in general. And so one last time, shout out to Chemo Flicks, Cali Legend Media, Chicano YouTube, Mikey, L, and all the other individuals who expose Gunner, and the ones who are not going to allow race to be a reason for dissension and separation. Once again, if you have a problem with an individual, have a problem with the individual for whatever it is he done, not because he is of a certain race, especially when you seemingly embrace the culture, the music, so on and so forth of the people that you are disrespecting as a race. Once again, man, coward activity at its finest. Anyway, you already know what it is. It's your boy 16 to life. Resume normal program.
All right, man, we up out here to the next one. Y'all know the deal. Red down to the left. Y'all know the rest. Free Avenue Angel till he's free. We go.
How many shots to the center of a freak, nigga? 3 in his ass, lick his stomach, smell his pink, nigga. They throwing shots, time to see if them pussy niggas can take it. The nigga whack is a snitch and the jolly niggas are rapists. See, Lush was on to something, tried to act like it was nothing. Said you ain't know that freaky ass taker you was frontin'. Munchie ain't fucking with you and Spider-Loc ain't gon' save you. If you want it, you gon' take it. Stop the freaky ass behaviors. Let's get straight to the point, see, we ain't gotta wait for later. Nigga with your last name kidnapped that girl before he raped her. Said the moms of gang members don't deserve no piece of prayers. When General Butt naked, the kid Tesher is your savior. You ain't gotta stall me out, cause I ain't asking for no favors. Get it cracking right now, we ain't gotta wait for later. Walked into your own building, heard my voice and then you ducked away. Was humble like a bitch, cause you a hoe, stay in your fucking place. That nigga whack and slut and pathetic, Flacco's a fucking lame. Whack ain't come outside because he hiding from his fucking gang. Talking like you tough when niggas spitting in your fucking face. T-Row didn't quit, we wouldn't even know your fucking name. Whack in front of Adam, but Adam is how he do you. See, Flacco lied on me and then Whack told me to sue you. Treated Whack like a bitch, you should've seen it, it was beautiful. Now every single week that nigga jolly on my pupil. Is it Fred or is it Frederick? Is it Dave or is it David? All thighs on me. Flock a belly, now you famous. Type of creep nigga is you. How are you and Dave related? Nigga, no means no. You should've told him not to take it. I'm really in the field, you niggas stuck inside the matrix. From BET to the Knicks, down in Compton where your face is. That nigga real jolly got some freaky ass cases. Tryna fake fight Lush cause Adam wanted you to face. You wanna be like academics, making videos like point and shoot. You and Dave the same ass lane, we know the fucking truth. Brick ain't say this shit is a play, cause he don't fuck with you. He not gon' get involved when them real shooters come for you. If you grew up in the land, them thirsties, they would've humbled you. Grew up with them lions, I promise they would've hunted you. I get disrespectful, the next time I'ma punish you. You dirty fat bitch, I swear to God I see the bum in you. Niggas say they shooters till it's time to bring them guns out. Loose can't read and Whack lost his wife to Clubhouse. Treat Whack like a bitch, mark him out before he snitch again. Flacco when I see you, I'ma show you the type of bitch you is. Niggas say they see me, they pulling blick out. I promise that this Glock can make you sit down. Drum with a cooler, one for you, one for your brother. Wrap the string around the mop, sound like your dumbass when you stutter. Swear to God, nigga.
Hear me out though, right? Wait, bro, wait. Again, wait though. Just right, Joe, right? Wait though, right? I do want to